Hey, welcome back, guys. So on this channel, I just talk about most things that have to do with Priuses, since I drive a Prius, and also Uber. So on this channel, I'm going to give my opinion on what the miles per gallon is on a Prius. So let's go ahead and get started. So the miles per gallon on a Prius is going to vary depending on which model you have. So I've owned two different Priuses. I've owned a 2010 Prius and also a 2013 plug-in Prius, which is what this one is. So again, it's going to change there's a lot of different variables that'll change the miles per gallon on your Prius, but this is just to give you a good idea of what I generally expect for my Prius. So first off, let's go ahead and look here. So this is trip A. So I usually reset this each time I fill up gas, and that way I can kind of know what my efficiency level is. And just to kind of disclose, I'm not a slow driver. In fact, I do like to use the gas. I don't really try to baby the car, just because for me it's just a work car. I don't really feel the need to drive slow or save 20 cents worth of gas. So this is semi-aggressive. I'm not an aggressive driver, but semi-aggressive driving. And on this tank, I got 47 miles per gallon. So 47 miles per gallon, and I've driven 334 miles. And that means that if you decide to drive slower and take advantage of the electric motor more than I do, then you will probably get more than 47 miles per gallon. And also another thing is, this is an electric vehicle. So it's a plug-in, and when you plug in, I believe you get the first 12 miles or maybe 15 miles of electric only. I don't have a place to plug this car in, so I only run it as a hybrid. So this 47 miles per gallon does not take into account if I plugged the vehicle in, because that will increase the miles per gallon, since essentially for the first 12 or 15 miles, you're only going to be using the electric motor. So 47 miles per gallon is what I get on this car. If you go much, much slower, and let's say like when it goes onto a green light and you just kind of barely take off, you might get a couple of people honking at you and behind, but you will definitely increase your miles per gallon. So this does vary from my 2010 Prius. So the 2010 Prius, for whatever reason, I would actually consistently get 49 miles per gallon, 50, even 51 miles per gallon. I don't know why that is. That I was getting that kind of mileage all the way up to like 180,000 miles. And then it started to peter off a little bit. But that was a just regular hybrid Prius. It was not a plug-in Prius, so that's one thing I do miss about that. But if you're talking 3 or 4 miles per gallon, you're not missing out on a lot of money there. So for 1 gallon, you're missing 4 miles. But through the life of the car, it definitely can add up. But this is what you can expect for a plug-in 2013 Prius. On the 2010 Prius, if you have good mileage, it's taken care of pretty well, then you should probably be able to get 50, 51 miles per gallon. That particular car that I'm talking about, my old Prius, the 2010, the miles per gallon did start to go down as the battery got older though. And that just makes sense, because the battery, once it gave out and then I replaced it, I was only getting 48 or 49 miles per gallon. Very rarely would I get 51. But that's still pretty killer though for miles per gallon. I mean, this car is pretty cheap to run as far as fuel goes if you're going on a road trip. But this is consistently on this car, 47 miles per gallon. That's about what I get every time. Not driving too crazy, but definitely not driving slow. So how about you on your Prius? How many miles per gallon do you get? Leave me a comment below. I'm always kind of curious to see what everyone else gets on their fuel efficiency. And hopefully you liked the video. If so, click thumbs up, and thanks for watching.